5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello.
Yeah.
And for those who, hang on, closer.
Good evening, everyone.
Sorting stuff out in the background.
He'll be back. He'll be on in a minute because he's making a guest appearance tonight. So
Yeah. Well, I thought we'd start in our normal state because we have to wait for the others to arrive.
Yes.
But yeah, I found me dates.
That's all right then. Well,
good afternoon, Mick.
Yes. God, blimey, Rocky.
Hello. Oh, was he just let go?
Crunch.
Oh, hello, Terry. Welcome in.
Hi, Terry. Hope you're well.
Yes. Has everybody been out and shopped and paid an exorbitant price for their Easter egg?
I'm not having Easter eggs, am I anymore?
I cheated. I went no. I got myself a Cadbury's cream egg. I decided I've got to have something. I'm sorry, I'm a chocoholic. I need something.
No, I can't have chocolate.
Well, you can, and it's best for you. It's best to have the dark chocolate.
Yeah, I like Bourneville, so. But
well, no, you want to go for. Ideally, you want to go for the Lindt, Lindt.
Yeah,
and it needs to be minimum 70%, preferably.
Well, eat cooking chocolate. That's quite high.
No, preferably 85%. But you can get it flavored, orange, raspberry. There's various flavors that are out there. But it's just you've got to keep an eye on the sugar content, and you only have one square at a time. Hello, Pulsar.
Hello, everyone. Yes. So we've got something special. We're not going to tell you what it is until everybody's here.
Yes, we are. Unfortunately, we're going to be missing one tonight.
Yeah, Nick is not going to be with us tonight. He's let me know that he's working, so
which is unfortunate. But if he has it tuned in on his phone, sitting to one side in his cab, he can listen to us.
Yes, I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we do the housework first, as they say?
Right. Okay. Well, we can do that. We can do that.
What's in the back?
Well, hang on. Let's do that. There it is. Hello. We thought since Artemis 2 is heading off to the moon, we'd have a look in outer space.
Yes.
And it's Ian tells me it's AI generated.
Yeah, in this StreamYard, it says you can. I just says create an interior of a space station, and that's what it come up with. Yeah, it is cool, isn't it? I like that.
Yeah, it is.
So now it's on there. I might come up. I might do a different one every month. You just don't know what you're gonna get.
That's actually a cool idea. A different background for whatever's going on at the time, accepting things like politics and all that sort of thing. We don't want to get involved in that. But yay, there we go. Okay, so I need to.
Yeah, because first job up will be sorting out the maze.
That one there. Right, hopefully you can see.
Here comes the wheel.
Right, at the moment, it's all higgledy-piggledy, but as usual, we'll do a couple of shuffles just to spin it around, and we're going for the 14th of May.
Yeah, for the UK Top 10, the 14th of May in 19...
Ooh, that should be a good one.
1963.
That should be a good one.
Yes. So the next one is for the 28th of May for the US.
Oh, 74. That's a couple of
Two good years.
Yeah.
Well, because we don't do it, he knows the routine because he's going to the toilet. So you're off. You've got the com.
Oh, in that case, I want the Star Trek bridge. If I have the com. Oh dear God. Well, I hope everyone has a good month. I keep forgetting we're not doing this every week now. It's monthly, but it makes life easier for us. Hope you're all ready for Easter. Who's doing the cooking? Who's sitting eating? The way things are going, I'm not going to be doing. Yes, Terry, I think 63 and 70th. 63 for the UK and 74 for the US should be damn good picks. Should be really interesting. Now, where are we on?
That's him sorted out.
No, Jolly D. So we're just waiting on our two panelists.
Yes. I'm sure they'll be here. So anyway, I've been, I put out this week, I put out the love bites and I used the figure of Now the drummer is Haroon, all right, if you don't know her. She's not very tall. And I just said she's 5'3" there's a figure of speech because I don't know how tall she is. And the number of people, instead of putting about the music, all they were worried about, I got the height wrong.
Yeah.
And there were people that give me a whole list. One person give me the whole list of each member of the band. And
the tallest happened to be 5'3".
Yeah, I think that's fammy. I mean, they're all diddy. Yeah. But I don't think people understand the figure of speech. I don't. I mean, I put a reply. I don't care how tall they are. It doesn't bother me one little bit.
Like the song said, 5'2" and eyes are blue.
Yeah. What's two great selections? Because I was
the years that we've.
Oh yes, they are two good years.
That one there, and then a fortnight later, that one there.
Yes.
If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm updating the schedule that we have.
Yes. Oh, talking of schedules, can you send me one? What's it do free? I forgot to ask you earlier.
The draft for June.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how far in advance we are planning.
Oh, yeah.
We'll start at April, and we're already deciding what we're doing in June.
It's good to be ahead.
Yes. If you can't be ahead, don't get a hat.
That's a good friend. We did the
exactly. The band think ultimately it's most overhead storage bins. Days on form. Hello. Welcome
yes, talking about if you haven't done it, if you like doing videos or watching threads, Midge has done a great one about LP covers with hats on.
I thought you got away with an absolute corker.
Which one?
The wig.
Oh, the wig one. I know. I mean, when I watched. See what happened Saturday afternoon. Obviously, Mike, we did the quote thing, and then we always have us three have a little natter afterwards. And we was talking about Midge's thread, and I said, I don't know if I've got many with hats. And I thought, well, so after tea, I've got the TV on. I thought I'll just go through my records, and it was amazing how many I've got. Yeah, they've all been fun to watch. I mean, Dave Atkinson, he put different hats on for everything. Hard hats, baseball caps.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, so I thought, well, because there was bonus points for wigs, and I thought, wigs, have I got something with a wig? And then all of a sudden I thought, dun da 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 dun da dun da da dun da 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 da. Ah, there's a geezer on the front with the a wig from the 17th century. I thought, yeah, we'll have a bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
Or 16th or 18th century. So yeah, so I thought, yeah.
Yes. No, because I remember the video to that coming out. Oh my giddy aunt. They have just clocked that perfectly.
Yes.
It was one of the best music videos I've seen in a long time.
I mean, I chose the Clutching at Straws because it's got famous people in, and the thing about that, all them people that are featured on Famous People had an addiction of some sort, because the album Clutching at Straws is about addiction. And so that was a very clever cover, that was.
Yeah. And you could have got away with Sergeant Pepper.
I haven't got a hard copy of Sergeant Pepper.
Have you not? I thought you did.
No, I haven't. I haven't got any Beatles albums.
You used to have.
Yeah, on CD. On CD, I did.
Ah, right.
Yeah, for those who'd like to know what I'm drinking. Hofferjäger.
It sounds Dutch or South Africa.
Germany. It's German.
Yeah, German.
And it's got that. It's definitely a German because it's got that twang.
Yeah.
Hello,
Evening, Mike.
Hello.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Nick's not joining us tonight. He's had to work.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just waiting for Michael. But
Right.
yeah, we've just been talking about.
A while.
Yeah. So we've been talking about Midge's wonderful thread. There's been some really good videos, and
yeah, there've been loads, haven't there?
Yeah,
really good.
Well supported, and the usual sort of facts. I was just saying about Dave Atkins. He had a different hat, didn't he? He was a man of many hats.
he had a very good sort of white sort of furry hat, which I thought was his best one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really good. I mean the the latest sort of video, sort of thread that people are getting on is Vinyl Rich's 11 years in the VC contest.
Yeah, I haven't got.
And if you don't know what it's about, and you watch the videos, it can be very confusing.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was just saying, Mike, after we finished doing Status Quo on Saturday, I said, I don't know if I've got any. I found it in 5 minutes.
Well, that's it. It's surprising, isn't it, how many there are?
Yeah, and I just, I think I hadn't even got past, I think, the D's, and I'd found 3.
Right.
So
yeah.
I thought, oh, I'm going to do this. So I went through the whole collection and just. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing that one. I think when it's something like only 5, they're quite fun. You haven't got to do too much thinking on them sort of threads. But when you have 20, it's a bit of a.
Well, it's always the same, isn't it? It's one thing getting them out, but it's them putting them all back in the right place again afterwards.
Yeah. And with 5, what I did, I pulled them out and put the one in front of it out as well. Yeah. So when I finished, it was this sheet.
Yeah, you know where they are then, don't you?
Yeah, but when you got 20, it's all over the now. Them days are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lee got me a record this week. He was out and about, and it's a compilation. It's an Elvis compilation, but it's all his son singles.
Oh yeah,
the really early ones, and it's got the B-sides. So and for a £5, you can't grumble, can you?
That's not bad.
No, not really.
No, I mean it's proper old rock and roll,
Yeah.
Done on probably an acoustic guitar and a tin lid, and nothing complicated. And I like music like that. That's just.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not an Elvis fan, quite honestly. So, I can. I can do with a number of Elvis albums I've already got in my collection, which is 0, by the way.
Well, I was just thinking that you getting that, especially as you've been down with Lee to that Elvis experience, I'm sure there was merch on sale.
Yes, I was.
Overpriced.
Very overpriced.
Use item.
Yeah. Talking about things being overpriced. Have you seen that the ticket prices for the World Cup?
Yeah, $11,000.
Yeah,
It's disgraceful.
yeah.
Well, that's all right.
You can
The
buy a
Italians-
premium ticket. You can buy a premium ticket for the final, and it costs you about £8,500, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, at least the Italians are not going to be there, so they won't have to worry
Again,
about that.
Again, yes.
Yeah,
It's
3.
yeah, 3 in a
it's
row.
the-
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was Bosnia-Herzegovina, didn't they, like they did Wales, score in the arse bit and win the penalty to shootout. They're going to be that. You've got to watch them. If you draw, get them in the fight in your group.
Yeah.
Well, it's all right in the group because you don't get a penalty shootout.
No, but when it goes to the,
it's it's if you get with like the last 16 or something.
yeah.
I mean, we gave them a run for their money. Northern Ireland, we gave them a run for their money. But they came over and thumped us. But at least we tried. We got close.
Yeah. But
Yeah, so you know what we said, we didn't know what we do, when we do a video, our next Saturday crew one.
yeah,
I found the year and I've just looked and I've just, because it was I did to the 2 years we discussed.
yeah.
And the one that you said was the best year definitely was. So
All right. Okay. Yeah.
we'll
We'll talk about that later then. Yeah.
yes. And I've literally put them in my random thing, all the songs, and it's come up with a blooming good list.
Excellent.
So I'm not even going to put wild cards in because the whole list don't need to, because the list is
yeah. As long as we got a list we can go at, That's
so I'll be sending that to you like after Easter.
Oh, brilliant. So
to be quite honest,
do you think Richard will be joining us for that?
I think so. I'm gonna. If you're watching Richard, I think it's about the 18th of April or something, because the 11th, the week before, we're up in Leeds.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Record Fair week on Saturday.
Let's have a look here.
Should be good.
Yes. Should England be at the World Cup after the last 2 matches?
No.
But the trouble is, they don't play. Lee was saying this to me today. The trouble is, if you don't play what the manager says, and they never go off the tactic, do they? Not like in the old days. You read the game as you go along. Any sport, you read the game.
Yeah.
18th of April is the next tier ranking.
Can you imagine doing that in rugby league or rugby union, playing to a certain set of thing when a team's
yes. Look what happened at the start of the Six Nations.
Yeah. I mean, it does happen probably more in union than it does in league. But there's clearly, sometimes you can see there's a clear sort of strategy, from a team. Particularly if they think they're going to be up against it, they might play a particularly defensive game. But yeah, I mean the match I went to last Sunday afternoon, which was the 30th anniversary of the start of Super League, and it was us and Warrington, and it was blowing an absolute gale down the pitch. So first half we had the wind against us, and we just couldn't get the ball out of our own half. And we went in at half time. I think we were 12-8 down, and I thought, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good result for the conditions. And then second half, it was, completely turned around, because however many meters you make, in your first 5 tackles, you just put your boot to it on the last, and they're starting down near their own line again. And
yeah, it's a funny old setup.
I totally agree, Terry.
Yeah. I mean, well, I've never been to the rugby stadium, but I've been to the cricket ground, and you sort of, and I think that stand can either play for you or against you, and it does, doesn't it? Because
it does,
because of the way if the wind's in the wrong direction, which it was on Saturday.
Well, the thing is with Headingley, you've got since the redevelopment, you've got 3 sort of big stands around 3 sides, and then you've still got the Western Terrace, and the wind comes from the west.
That's it. So it's got a channel, isn't it? It's like a channel, isn't it?
It blows in now and it swirls around, and it can, but it was really, really incredibly windy on Sunday afternoon. Really was.
It was like when I worked at Milton Keynes Central Station. That is that's a wind tunnel. One side you've got all the buildings, and then you've got this bank the other end. So you've got this like funnel, and in the winter, the wind. And you remember the blast from the west,
the beast from the east.
I was working one of them nights, and it's one of the coldest nights I've ever worked. And the word snow was like,
wow.
You couldn't see nothing.
I used to hate going down to work and driving down, parking at Milton Keynes, walking into the station. No, it was like standing in a wind tunnel at times.
Oh God! Even the entrance. If the doors opened in the winter, if there were them wet signs, they'd all fall down. So we're not talking. So, folks, we're not talking about music at the moment. But there we go.
Well, this is it. We're waiting, aren't we? We're waiting. For,
we're waiting for the Far East to arrive.
Yes, but it is very early in the morning because of our clock alterations.
It's back to 4. Well, his clock doesn't change.
No.
They don't do summertime and whatnot.
Do you think it's worth doing it now?
Given the change in light, yes. Because the further north you are, you notice it more.
Yeah, I mean, poor old Rocky. It really confuses Rocky for his meal times. He's asking for his dinner when it's not dinner time.
It's dinner. It's dinner time because his stomach is telling him it's dinner time.
So Rocky doesn't understand the concept of clocks going backwards and forwards.
No, he doesn't.
Oh dear.
Not with his. He did all right on Sunday though. He did. I think it's because I was
on fairly quick.
Yeah, I think it's because I was in here. I was doing stuff, and because I was in here, he didn't move.
Right.
So I actually went out at what normally is his dinner time.
Yeah.
And within 2 minutes, he was there behind me.
Terry got confused last weekend. It confused me, but luckily, it was F1 weekend.
Yeah.
So I was up anyway. I was sitting watching FP3 on Saturday, and then Saturday night, Sunday morning, about 6 o'clock Sunday morning, Body was saying it's 5 o'clock. No, it's not. It's 6 o'clock. But I was still up. Right, done that. Go and do a couple of messages, get stuff sorted, back home. It's 9:30. Sun is up. Sod that for a lark. I'm going back to bed.
Right.
Well, have you brought anything this week, Mike? Or?
I have, because on on Tuesday, I was out for lunch with a couple of my mates, and we went to a pub called the Victoria, and I'd not been in that pub for absolutely donkey's years. It's right behind the town hall in Leeds. It's right, right opposite the kind of back door of the of Leeds town hall, and it's really nice. It's been refurbished. It's called the Victoria, and it was opened in 1865, and they've refurbished it in a very sort of sensitive way, I think. So it looks. It's still got those sort of trappings of a sort of Victorian pub, really.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but afterwards, because I was down that end of town, there's a record shop I don't go to very often, mainly because the guy's really unreliable for sort of opening times. He tends to only be open in the afternoons, and he claims to be open at 2:00, I think. But sometimes he isn't, and I just can't be bothered to go down there because it's quite a walk, But I was close by, so I thought, I'll walk down. So yeah, I picked up a couple of albums that thought really, really quite cheaply, and they're both American albums actually. So one of them is this. This is Pavlov's Dog.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Pampered Menial. So, I don't know. I don't know if you know this band at all.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the singer is a guy called David Surkamp.
Yeah, I've heard.
And he's got this very sort of quite eccentric sort of voice, and you either think he's great or he'll drive you up the wall. But yeah, I like this. There's this one, and then another album called Sound of the Bell, and that's Pavlov's Dog. So that's good. It's kind of like almost sort of proggy music, really. It's but a bit more on the sort of rock sort of spectrum. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, early to mid 70s. Yeah, but this is a fantastic album. And the other one again, an album that I never owned before, and it's a famous album. There you go.
Oh, brilliant!
Airplanes, yeah, after Mason at Baxter's, and I mean the cover of this is, I think the American cover's sort of very different. It's got like a blue bar and a red bar, sort of with stars on. But this is a UK press on RCA. So yeah, I got that.
It's a good album as well.
It's pretty good. It cost me next to nothing, and I'd never owned it before. So yeah.
So it's when he's open, he's worth going to.
Oh yeah. So if he's open, let's say it's quite a trek. Sort of like it's right on the very edge of the city centre, and it's not near anywhere else. So as I say, I was down that way, and I thought I'll go and have a look, and sure enough, they got some pretty good stuff. There was one or two other things in there that I might have bought, but I didn't. So I'll probably go down there again sometime in the next few weeks. But of course, we've got Leeds Record Fair week on Saturday. Yeah, that should be fun.
There's one album I don't go in normally, but there's one album I want to get. It's one of them albums again from my childhood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a Dwayne Eddy album from.
Oh right, okay. Well, you might. You might. Yeah, you might get
it. I'll get it because it's just, I've been listening to it. I've got it on. I had it on a CD, but I'd love the actual album. It's the biggest twang of them all. It's the one with the Gretsch on the front.
Oh yes, I know.
Yeah, my dad's had this price sticker on. Was it 1911 or something ridiculous sticker on it that he never took off?
Yeah.
I just love that album. I don't know why. It's a lot of covers, but it's just something about that album that
Yeah, I mean, I think if you can find it, it'll probably be something you can get for not much at all.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I just that's the sort of place I'd find it in the.
But but I mean, if you're prepared to do a bit of digging, around the
around the periphery,
around some of the sort of oddments and that, I think you got a good chance. Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably go to that guy I always go to that gets to know me, the one that does in the smaller.
Oh, the one, yeah, the one that's over the other side.
Yeah,
where we end up. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah, he's got to know me when I come up. Michael will be up in 30 minutes. That's good. 30 minutes. Okay. That's all right. We've got 30 minutes.
Terry's been collecting singles from 1969.
Oh, right. Okay. So what have you got, Terry? What's your best buy for 69 at the moment?
Yeah, one thing I was watching a thing the other night about all the British number ones that got to British artists that got to number one in America.
Yeah.
Now he comes to the conclusion that anything done by the Beatles or they're on their own always got to number one, but they didn't do nothing over here.
Right.
And I was reading the comments. I mean, the video's quite old, and I was reading the comments. And someone bloke, this is when the reason they didn't do well here because they were rubbish.
Oh.
I mean, like Ringo Starr's, he had 3 number ones in America.
Did he? Yeah. I think I'm trying to think what his biggest single in the UK was probably Photograph, wasn't it?
And only you're 16, you're beautiful,
you're 16. Yeah. But I actually bought Photograph when it came out. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, his singles didn't do that well, did they?
No.
Let's see, number 4, number 2, number 8, number 4, 28, 51.
Right. So which one made number 2 then, Dave?
Back Off Boogaloo.
Oh, of course, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
The 2 number 4s were It Don't Come Easy and You're 16. The number 8 was Photograph.
Yeah.
Only You and You Alone. It went to 28. Snookeroo got to number 51.
That was all.
Yeah, I think he was lucky to get to number 51. Yeah.
Weight of the World got to number 74. La Di Da got to 63.
Nothing happened after those half.
Liverpool 8. Care to guess what number it got to?
8.
Nope.
I don't know.
99. 99.
99, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He did have a number 1 single, the official BBC Children in Need medley as Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, lovely.
Wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't write home about that one either.
Well, I don't know. I thought Ringo was a bit of a legend doing the narration of
what was the other guy that done it? Him from the Liverbirds. And his rabbits. The guy that had the rabbits.
Oh yeah, it was called. Was he called Joey?
Michael something. His real name was.
Yeah, I know you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, go and get me rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that coming up, Paul McCartney was a number 1 in America.
Michael Angelis.
I couldn't hum that even. I don't even know what it is. I mean, I parted ways with Paul McCartney in about 1970.
That's it, Michael Angelis. Yeah.
Like that. I just thought, guy's not relevant anymore, and he's still not relevant.
Yeah.
He becomes less relevant as the years.
I've heard a song off his new album.
It's not worth it.
Put it this way, he should give up.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but
it's time to hang up his guitar and let other people do it.
well, yeah. But but we said it before. The sort of popular musical tastes are so different on each side of the Atlantic, aren't they?
Yeah,
So different.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be buying the new Paul McCartney album.
There's your reply from Terry. About 69. Creedence singles, also Tull and Fairport.
Oh, well, yeah. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know there's a Fairport single that I really want to get hold of because it's not on an album.
That's about Michael Angelis.
It's Michael Angelis. That's the guy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Angelis. Is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, yeah, the Fairport single is called "Now Be Thankful." Yeah, so it's I think it was just sort of Richard Thompson and Dave Swarbrick mainly, but yeah, it's a single that wasn't on an album, and if I find that, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, when I was on X the other day, there was someone to put. There's always these polls. They've put all these female singers up, and one of them was Sandy Denny. So I thought, right, I'm going to vote for Sandy Denny, and I was only one of 3 people that had voted for her.
Oh yeah. So who was she up against?
I can't remember now. There was people I wouldn't say they could sing. No, when it comes to beautiful singers and angelic singers, you can't beat one of the best in the world. But it was an American poll.
Yeah, she's I mean, she's was absolutely brilliant. I think
and even Joe Baez.
You often wonder, don't you, sort of what Sandy would have done in her later life if she'd, if she'd survived.
Yeah, there you go. Pulsar's Sandy as an American that loves Sandy, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
I think she'd have been a phenomenon. She'd have gone on to be huge.
Yeah. I saw a video on YouTube last night, and it was it was a television program from about 1970, 71, 72, that sort of time, and it was a music program, and it was produced by sort of ATV, who I think were they the Midlands, ITV franchise, and it was a sort of folky sort of magazine sort of program. Yeah, and there was Steelo Spammer on it, and that's why I watched it. It came up, and I thought, I'll give that a watch, and it was bizarre. It was a bizarre program. So it was sort of, the studio was sort of made up to look like some guy's sitting room. So they all sat on chairs, and none of the chairs matched, and Maddie had to sit on a cushion on the floor. And there was this guy who was the presenter, and he had a pipe with him, and he'd hold it like that all the time, and then there were 2 other people that were sort of like, obviously regulars in the program. So it was it was really good sort of era of Steelo Span. It was Ashley Hutchins was still there, Martin Carthy, Peter Knight, Tim Hart, and
so it's like what we call the classic lineup, like.
So the best lineup, yeah, probably, yeah. And anyway, they played The Lark in the Morning, and The King from Please See the King.
Yeah,
and one other. It was a reel. I think it was Brian O'Lynn that they did. But and anyway, they did that. But in between them sort of playing a song and being chatted to about their music, it then went into a bit of sort of DIY, and it was a bit of woodworking. And it was just bizarre, and they just cut off and say, "Oh well, it's time, it's time to do this." And they kind of wandered off away from the band, and there was this like a kitchen table, and it had sort of woodworking tools on it. And they were making, I mean, yeah, they were making their own dulcimer. You know, which it's a stringed instrument that you play it sort of flat. You know, you put it on your lap, and I mean it's an instrument that Tim Hart will play in Steel S Fan. But they were making this, and it was obviously part of a series because they got to a certain point, and they said today we'll show you how to sort of do the frets. You know. So you get this sort of 5-minute segment where he's got a set square, and he's got a pencil and a hacksaw, and he's scoring these lines across this piece of wood that's about this long. And so after about 5 minutes, I say, well, that's how you do the frets, and we'll be continuing with that next week. And then it was sort of they wandered back to the other side of the room. And started chatting to Steel Eye Span again, as though nothing has happened.
God, I thought, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, and you could see it on their faces. They were thinking, what happened then? What was that all about? But it was I can't remember what it was called now. But it was worth watching because
I'll have to hunt that. I'm going to hunt that down.
Yeah. If I can remember what it was, I'll let you know. Ian.
I mean, the band had such a good sense of humour anyway, didn't they? So that would have tickled them.
Yeah.
You can imagine. You can imagine the scene in the pub afterwards.
Yeah,
sitting around the table, and one of them have gone, "What have we?" And I'll tell you, would have probably started that conversation. Tim Hart, he'd have sat there with his pot and gone, "Well,
yeah. What was that? Yeah, what happened? What just happened? Yeah." But it's the way, I mean, in a way, it was quite nice because it was so sort of like unself-conscious. It was just these people. They thought, well, we'll do this, and we'll do it as a television program. And you can imagine them doing it, doing this stuff in their spare time, rather than deliberately doing it because it's a television program. It was so, it was quite, I quite enjoyed it. I thought
actually,
it was
people like us that like folk music, see how they make a dulcimer,
Yeah. This is it. Well, actually, I was thinking of sort of trying to hunt down some of the other episodes, so I can get the full story, because I think you probably have to watch the whole series, that
was a bizarre
each week they tell you what you should do. Yeah. Yeah. So that was, that was one of the things I've been watching recently. But
I've stumbled across a channel about this girl in America, and she likes all like British music and culture and comedy, and she's got a really good little channel going, and she does reaction videos as well. And she was reacting to Monty Python's The Biggest Dickus sketch.
Oh, from
this American was just in absolute stitches. I mean, she's only late 20s, early 30s, and she was. And you could tell it was genuinely giggling.
Yeah.
It wasn't a put on thing, and she's got a thing for the Cliff Richard's voice.
Oh dear. Right.
Yeah.
We can't be all perfect, can we?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, I didn't realise how big Cliff Richard was in Portugal.
In Portugal.
Well, he's got a street in where did I stay? On the where all the tourists go in Portugal, the Algarve.
Oh,
there's a street called Cliff Richard Street.
All right.
And the town where we were staying in, we walked past this off license, and it got a big full cutout of Cliff Richard with beer in his hand, which I found quite bizarre.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I think I took a picture of it. I'll have to hunt it down and see if I can find it. And the street,
Yeah.
Cliff Richard Street.
Yeah, it is.
But no, apparently he was popular there because he had a villa there apparently.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That makes sense, then, doesn't it? Yeah.
Terry says, like watching an old episode of Out of Town with Jack Hargreaves.
Oh, I used to love that, Terry. Yeah. Jack in his garden shed, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Talking about fishing and bird watching and stuff.
Yeah, I used to watch that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
My granddad, because he liked that.
Yeah, with a great theme tune. Yeah.
But I knew who Jack Hargreaves was, of course, because of the program How.
Oh, yeah.
I used to love that. How.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was Fred Dinage, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And who was the woman?
Can't think of a name. There was another, but it was a very good kids program.
Yeah.
I used to watch. Even as a kid, I used to like watching them sort of programs. Something about
Bunty James.
That's it. Yeah.
God, I had to dive deep for that.
Yeah, but I mean, Fred Dinage just met all the big gangsters, hasn't he?
I don't know.
No, he did a series. He's met the Crays, Mad Frankie Fraser. He's met them all.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
he's written books on it.
All right, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't realise that. Yeah. You can
was
imagine.
A bit of an all-rounder, wasn't he, old Fred Dinage? He'd be doing How, and then he'd be doing sport.
Yeah. He did quite a lot of sport for ITV, didn't he?
And then he did.
And John Miller, that was the other one, Terry. Yeah, John Miller was the other one.
Oh yeah, he was a scientist, wasn't he? In the group, yeah.
But no, Jack Hargreaves, he was just such a character, wasn't he?
Yeah. But
that's where the Fast Show got their inspiration from that.
Oh, yeah, Bob. Yeah. But I mean, Jack Hargreaves was a lot better than that way.
Yes, it was a bit.
I used to really like that program. There was something quite sort of comforting about it. Because it was, wouldn't be made nowadays. I think.
No, I mean, I think my granddad liked it because he was brought up in the countryside. He was born in Borden in Hampshire.
All right.
So yeah, he was a proper country lad, So that's why he liked it because obviously Jack would have probably been about my granddad's age.
Yeah, he was born in 1911.
Yeah. So my granddad, my granddad's age. So, my granddad was born in 1910. So I think he could relate to a lot of the stories that Jack told about the old days.
Yeah.
And the different sort of weaving and all them knots and all that stuff he used to make out of corn and.
Yeah, I know it was sort of like the old sort of, the country sort of craft, wasn't it? These things that might be, that were kind of dying out at the time.
I mean, I remember, I don't know if it was on that, but he was out and about and he was watching them build the brick walls with no cement.
Oh yeah, the dry stone walls, yeah.
Yeah, and how they knew exactly how to put the little things in.
Yeah.
Who was the Scottish guy that looked like Jack Hargreaves?
Robbie Robinson. Robbie Robinson, something.
What?
No, what's his name? The Fife bloke. Yeah, he used to wear a little hat.
Oh yeah.
Fife Robinson.
That's it, Fife Robinson, yeah.
Anyway, good morning, Michael. I know
Yeah, hello.
it's very early, isn't it?
Yeah, we sprung forward. Spring forward is not my favorite time of year.
No,
No.
but
I thought Japan didn't change their clocks.
Well, but you do, so I have to
We do,
adjust
yeah.
for you. Yeah.
Right.
and
Yes.
it's much appreciated.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, Nick won't be joining us because he's had to work.
Oh.
So if you're
Does he
watching,
have-
Nick,
Well, that's okay. Well, I've been watching the BBC specials, and I understand how it works, and
right, you get the
I'm
gist though.
ready to go. I'm ready to go. I brought my game.
good. Right.
Right,
So
'cause
it's
the running order will change, obviously, with Nick not being here. But I have got a little picture to go with each one.
Okay.
yes.
So,
So,
do you want to explain it, Ian? Seeing as
Yeah.
how it's your channel.
Right. Yes. What we're going to do for you tonight, if you're from the UK, does anyone remember Room 101? We haven't called it Room 101 because we didn't want to get into trouble on that. So we've
Yes.
called it Error 404.
Yeah,
You get on your-
file not found.
Yeah, because we're a computer-based live stream, I thought it'd be more appropriate. Now, over the last few weeks, Michael, Mike, and myself have been putting in our little things. We had a little meeting, and the chair and the man that will decide what goes in
Hello.
is here. So I'm going to hand over for our little soiree into Room 101 with our host tonight, the one and only Mr. Mastermind Dave. Round of applause. Way.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
this is going to be embarrassing.
Yes.
Right. So, as Ian said, it's an homage to Room 101, Error 404, file not found, or whatever. So, we had started off with, there were going to be 4 of us. We decided 4 categories. We're going to stick with 4 categories, but there's just going to be 3.
Okay.
So, we do have a running order, and it's. I've lost me running order. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? Where have you gone? I'll get rid of that. Go away. Go away. Go away. It should be Michael, then Mike,
Then
and
me.
then Ian.
Yeah, you just prompt us. We'll just talk when you tell us to.
Yeah. Okay. So that's there and that's there. Now, you all very kindly sent me your nominations. You don't know each other's nominations. This is going to be fun. So we're going to start with Michael.
Yeah.
And Michael, the first category is singles that you dislike, hate, don't ever want to hear again, see again, or whatever. So I have to, open this folder, go to this, because I've had to split it into various folders. So this is the one we want. Bump, and we're going to go there. So, Michael, would you please tell us why you think Fleetwood Mac's Dreams should be junked?
Okay. Dreams is a song that was played constantly, and I could never understand why, because it's a mix of nationalities in this group, and I'm thinking maybe, I don't know if it was a first, but it definitely made its mark in the world, because this was not just a UK band, right? This was an amalgamation. You had 2 Americans and 3 Brits, and it is very easy rock. And if you take the voice of the lead singer, which is kind of like raspy and cigarette smoky like in sound, and you take into account the lyrics that are being delivered, And you listen to the rhythm of the song, and you're looking at that drummer who founded the band, and you're looking how much effort it goes to for him to play the drums for that song, which is like next to nothing. And you're thinking, this is just a cash machine of easy rock. And I find it to be an abomination in rock. And I would be very happy if Dreams would never be heard from again. I'd be very happy if I never heard this song again. And that is why I'd like to send it to Error 404.
Yeah, very good. I noticed the B-side is never going back again, so you're never going back again to listen to this single.
Any thoughts, Mike, Ian?
I prefer the B-side.
Yeah, I'm probably not the right person to ask about this because I'm not a Fleetwood Mac fan. By any means, but it's not a fantastic song, even by their standards, that I would be happy to see it disappear forever.
Yeah, it's not my favourite song on Rumours either.
That would have been my next question. If you junked it, what happens to the album?
It'd be a better album without it, personally. There's some really good songs on Rumours, but that is not one of them. It's the turd. It's the I don't like this song either.
Pulsar agrees with you. He liked Dreams when it first came out, but he got tired of it pretty quickly and way overplayed. Yes.
There you go.
But then you can say that with an awful lot of easy rock, hard rock, whatever sort of rock from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. A lot of it is overplayed because the stuff that's being produced now, some of it is absolute crap. And some of it I don't ever want to even know that it exists. But okay.
It's almost universal to say, right?
Yeah, that's
yeah. Okay, Charles. Fair enough, Charles. Okay, so that's nomination of Dreams. So Mike has a nomination, and it's this.
Yes, I might struggle to convince you. But
yes, unfortunately, yes.
I'll explain precisely why.
Okay.
And I think this is the album cover, isn't it, rather than the single cover? Because I think the single cover has a gravestone of some Viennese composer, violinist on it, whose name I can't remember. But anyway, yes, it's on the album now. Most of my sort of disdain for this single is what it represents in my mind, and it represented a change for the worse in sort of British popular music in the early 80s, and I think Ultravox are a prime example of this. So we start off with the John Fox era of Ultravox, and Ultravox with an exclamation mark, because they were sort of influenced by the krautrock band Neu. So that was where the exclamation mark came from. First album, self-titled album, fantastic punk album. Second album, Ha Ha Ha, that's got the fantastic rock on it, and and then they get into the third album, and they're starting to get a bit sort of synth poppy by the third album, but it's still okay. And then John Fox sort of leaves, so he left in 1979, and as you all know, they brought in Midge. So we got Midge Ure, at the helm, taking care of the vocals, and yeah, and it was kind of like this kind of epitomized to me the pure sort of vacuousness of the new romantic scene. And the video. I watched the video for the first time for quite some time, and it is as pretentious, probably more pretentious than I imagined it was, than I remember it being. So this is the idea, that sort of, that people suddenly, young people suddenly were meant to sort of, dress smartly, and it was all sort of like image took over from the music. And Vienna sort of epitomizes that. You got the video, it starts off, there's a woman running through the sort of, across the square in Vienna in the night, and there's fog swirling around, and unaccountably there's a horse running in front of her.
I think wasn't this taken from
and then you've got Midge and the boys sort of lurking on street corners in the shadows, looking rather shifty in their raincoats. And then you've got the paparazzi.
Flasher Max.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then the paparazzi sort of appear unaccountably, with their big sort of, large format cameras with the big flashes on, and they go flash, And you think, why are they doing this? What is this all about? Are you trying to tell us a story? Because I don't know what the story is. And then it cuts to a really sort of posh sort of, soiree. It's a ball or something, and everyone, all the women are dressed up, all the blokes are in their DJs, and the most pretentious part of that whole scene is there's a guy there, and he's sipping a glass of wine, but he's got a hook for a hand, and the wine glass is in there, and he goes like that. And I think, oh, for Christ's sake, this is, as I say, it's just image over the music and the song itself. I suppose the way it gets to the music, it's a bit of a dirge, isn't it? It goes on a bit, it's best part of 5 minutes. And it's a dirge. I think it starts quite well. The intro is all right. It promises something that it doesn't deliver. And as I say, it's a video, and it's what it represents. It's this movement away from sort of punk and post-punk to, the new romantics. So you got Ultravox, Spandau Ballet, Duran Duran, for God's sake, and all these other people. And that's what it represents for me. And that's why it needs to go into room 101. And I've gone on long enough.
That's fair enough. But the imagery, the foggy streets and whatnot, it was The Third Man. That was where they took their influence from.
Well, it's where it wasn't the band though, was it?
No.
But even so, it's still so pretentious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's what really sort of I object to.
I like the song, but there are better ones on that album. But I don't like the video. It was when videos, what's this got to do with the song? Nothing. I'd rather watch paint dry than watch the video to this.
Yeah,
I don't mind the song, but there are better songs on that album, Vienna. I mean, it got kept off number one though by
the great Joe Dolce. Yes.
Yeah. Shut up in your face.
I think you're right. I mean, it was a sort of Ultravox weren't the only ones that were making these videos. And I can think of, I mean, Duran Duran and Rio. It's a jet-setting lifestyle on the yacht and everything. And I think Human League though, I would give them a bit of credit. With Don't You Want Me, I think is quite a good video.
Yes, because there is a story.
It's in that same sort of vein. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but at least the video told the story of the song.
In
It
that
portrayed
Rio video, I'm half expecting Harry Enfield to come in and go in the corner, go loads of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was for the,
Well, this is it, isn't it? You know, that it's Thatcher's Britain. It's sort of, you know, self-worth and sort of, you know, monetary value has sort of you know, become the same thing, and you know, you should strive to be super rich, you know, and you know, it just didn't do it for me.
Well,
Anyway.
speaking as a consumer of your exported music, without knowing all the background, I always liked the chorus of Vienna. I was when it came on. I mean, it was a big production song. Now, since you mentioned the hook for the hand, I do remember that, but I wish I could remember the whole video. I can't anymore, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Ultravox stuff I didn't like. And so this Vienna was such a surprise to me in terms of polished performance. It was like a big budget song for me. And fortunately, the chorus really held my interest. In fact, that's the thing that I gravitated to every time I heard the song. When he said, "Oh, Vienna," I was like, yeah, I'm sold.
Yeah, well, it meant nothing to
me. Any thoughts, Ian?
I like the song, but as I said, I think it's not the best song on the album. But yeah, I don't like the video. I've never liked the video. It's one of them songs better heard than seen. And I didn't like that slicky image and that, because no one was dressing like that, really.
No. No. Do you remember? Do you remember sort of about this time when Top of the Pops got a bit of a revamp, and they started having, rather than sort of like Top of the Pops being the Top of the Pops audience being sort of, you know, members of the public who had been let in, it was sort of like it became about 50-50, and there were the sort of the people are wearing their sort of 80s clothes, you know, sort of 80s.
Their party gear.
Yeah,
and,
a bit like what's his name?
And they look strange, and they look completely out of place compared to you know, the ordinary people, you know, and there was no comparison between the two. You could tell who was who, you know, in the audience.
Yeah, who's the paid actor and who's walked in off the street.
Yeah.
Okay. That's food for thought. But you both made sort of convincing arguments, but because I know what's coming next, you might want to give way to Agadoo. The band Black Lace and the song Agadoo. An Ibiza favourite.
Come on then, Ian. I'd like to see you Robert's list.
Oh God, this was just. Yeah. I mean, they had that. I mean, there was two contenders from this band. You know, two contenders in one band. Superman. All that nonsense. But this was just. And I was doing discos at the time. And I had to put this on 3 or 4 times a night. And the worst thing, seeing old grannies going and doing the dad dance and all that. But it's absolute garbage. Stupid. You know, was it Agadoo, do, push 9 apples, shake the tree?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the epitome of British music. It's shite.
You're very lucky, Paul.
You're very lucky you didn't have to suffer this nonsense. But we went through a thing in the 80s with all these stupid novelty records. If it weren't a novelty record, a disaster. The Sun used to say, let's make a charity record.
Yeah, but
It-
look at those bleached highlights. Look at those bleached highlights.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was
How can
everything
you
I
vote
just
against
didn't
that?
like about the A. And look at the leather trousers. It's
Yes,
like
that's a
old,
crime. I was going to say that's a crime right there.
old men in leather trousers. Old men with bleached hair.
Yeah.
It's just an abysmal. It's just. I'm sorry. It's shit. It's.
I could have put another one in, the chicken song. The funky chicken, do the funky chicken.
The Funky Gibbon, you mean?
No, there was a funky chicken.
Oh, Funky Chicken. No, that, but you know, all the actions and on the beat on the back of the single, had even gone. Some idiot had put all the actions.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
for the dance.
The dance, so you could put it on, see how to do the dance in your living room.
What was the dance, Ian? What was the dance? I don't know.
I don't.
Do push the kind of shake
Push hard,
the tree.
appreciate the tree. Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
And then what was it? Something grind coffee.
Yeah, grind. Was it grind? It was just.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
pathetic. I mean, I can't say any more about this. Absolute. We were the leaders in music, and what do we come up with? This thing, and people brought it in the drones. It was
Well, yeah. I think you're being a bit harsh here.
This was a dance that took place from the waist up.
yeah.
Senior citizens in a care home, it was the perfect type of dance.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
You're probably right. But I mean, I remember this fondly. I mean, you're being a bit harsh here. Honestly, and you mentioned Superman as well, and you know they go together. They go together. Yeah, and Black Lace, you know, they're, you know, I think they had a, they ended up with a career in the sort of, you know, the holiday camp sort of circuit, but there was something good about this stuff, and the good thing is I can remember that when our kids were little, we were, you know, on holiday in Spain, and more than one occasion actually, and generally sort of at these sort of hotels, they would have a DJ, and they put on sort of you know, early evening. You'd have sort of like a disco for kids,
Mm-hmm.
and I can remember sort of one time, and it was in Mallorca, and there was a disco, and the kids, especially my daughter, absolutely loved this thing every night. and they played the same songs every night, and you know, of course, they played Agadoo, and all the kids were doing the actions, and they played Superman, and all the kids were doing the actions, and there was Star Trekking as well. That was another one. Yeah, and you know, the kids absolutely loved it. And while they were sort of preoccupied, you know, doing their kids' disco thing, we could, you know, go and have a drink and, you know, have a few sort of moments for ourselves.
Yes.
And yeah, so yeah, although it's sort of, you know, it's a terrible, you know, it's not a great single, but
Served a purpose.
There's something about it, you know, that kind of appeals to me. Anyway.
Anybody in the gallery have any thoughts? Purely out of interest. I mean, I'll show you the three again. So we had Dreams from Michael, Vienna from Mike, Agadoo from Ian.
Come on, Agadoo. That's got to go.
Dave, it looks like Love Beats.
He doesn't.
Yeah, pretty much so. Except they were from
There you go. Rob reckons Vienna's just a pop chill out music. Okay.
So
Is that a vote for it to go in the bin, Rob? Or is that a vote to keep?
No, I think Agadu's too obvious. Too obvious.
Terry reckons it's close, but Hadapoo wins. Oh, crikey. I mean, the arguments you've put up, yes, I can understand. If I was to base it purely on the music, then I couldn't put Vienna in. I don't think I could put Dreams in purely on the music. I could quite happily put Agadoo in because it did my head in. But if you include the videos and the social aspect, Agadoo doesn't go in. It's down to Vienna and Dreams. Warped Old reckons Agadoo.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're in charge tonight, Dave. So,
I mean, I enjoyed both Dreams and Vienna. Anytime I make a playlist, Vienna's usually on it. It's hard for me to put it in. But on the pretentiousness of the video, I'm going to say Vienna.
yay.
So there's Vienna.
Congratulations, Mike.
There's Vienna, and guess
Your
what?
agony is relieved.
Oh,
It's in the can, and so if you would be so kind, I do that, and there we go.
that's been banished. That I didn't think that would go in, but
Me neither. Mike made a compelling argument.
Yes.
In the end, I think Mike, you did. I mean, I think what swung it was that pretentious video.
Yeah. You should wait till we get to the band.
I can't say anything. I can't say anything.
No.
So anyway,
Okay.
So this is round two.
Round two, and this time we are starting with Mike, and the category here is cinema.
Ooh.
In all its glory. So, Mike, would you care to tell us why this should go into Error 404?
Yeah. Every single one of the Marvel or DC films should definitely go into oblivion, and of course, they're not films either, they're movies, and I've never been able to understand the popularity of this stuff, and I went for Marvel and DC because one, I think they're pretty much on a par, but secondly, I couldn't remember who was, which films are in which sort of franchise, and I don't think it really matters. But yeah, these films in the last few years, they've just clog up our cinema screens, and they're implausible action films. Fight scenes where the protagonist would be dead in about 2 seconds, but the fight then continues for another 10 minutes. And, but it seems it's a... yeah, maybe. Yeah, but, it's just sort of... It's one action scene after another, sort of, cobbled together. And there's virtually no meaningful dialogue, virtually no narrative to these things, other than this very sort of vague appeal to, the battle of good against evil. And you get the occasional twist where the you know, where the superhero, they're a bit conflicted, you know, they've got a bit of a dark side. And, you know, and I think it's the sort of Batman films that sort of like do that the most. There's something, you know, there's something in these people's backgrounds. But for most of these superheroes, I reckon they've been on Jeffrey Epstein's island at some point. they're exactly the sort of people that would be there. You know, they're powerful, unaccountable people. And yeah, as I say, I just can't get the appeal of this. Now, the comic books are different, aren't they? You know, and I can remember, you know, we all grew up with Marvel and DC comics, and the artwork is, you know, sometimes absolutely stunning.
I didn't, unfortunately.
Right, but you know, you've got lovely artwork, and you know, the comics are great, and you know, when you're about 8 years old, you can, you know, you can appreciate this sort of stuff. It's very, you know, everything is very sort of black and white, isn't it? It's good versus evil, you know, and you know, the hero, the hero is almost, you know, almost loses, but not quite, and then, you know, they come back, but you know, this is aimed at adults. Yeah, that's whole idea. This is the whole idea, Rob. It's the whole idea. Yeah, we're meant to be grumpy. You know, I know I'm like this normally anyway, but yeah. But you know, it's just, and it's migraine inducing. You know, you get sort of hundreds of edits per second to sort of, you know, to make it sound more exciting, and the effects are so loud, and the dialogue, you know, as it is, you know, is usually very quiet, and everything happens in the dark, and it's just it just doesn't do it for me. And I can't understand. There's surely better subject matter to make into blockbuster films than this drivel. Anyway, that's my argument.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, I can't stand these. It's virtual signaling, and I mean, when they make Thor a whimpering character, I mean, Thor is a mythological god, and they've turned him into this wimp. I mean, Batman, that gets ridiculous. I mean, I like the Tim Burton Batman with Michael Keaton and the Penguin. That was good. It's all gone down. The Superman, it's all. Yeah, I mean, Mike's right. The comics were brilliant, but they're not the characters that are written in the comics. These are wimps. And it's all about girl power and all that nonsense, you know. And I wouldn't watch it for I haven't seen any of this. It doesn't interest me one little bit.
Interesting, Michael.
Well, you know, I don't know. I would have picked a topic like pens that don't work.
Has there been a film about that?
My good friend Mike. He doesn't just choose a movie. He chooses a whole industry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's all right. I'll tell you what Nick would have put in at the end.
So, you know, for me, you know, it is a very American enterprise. So I am gutted at a national level here by my formidable panelists. You know, I don't have a problem with them.
I'm sorry, the UK have let down the USA yet again.
And that's all. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, right. So that's the Marvel and DC universe is taken care of for the moment. All right. So it's Ian now, and Ian's choice. Oh dear. I've deliberately chosen the French version.
Oh, I heard about this. I heard about
Oh,
Jaws 4: The Revenge.
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
heard about this.
yeah, I love the original Jaws. I've read the book. I've seen the movie loads of times. One of my favourite shark movies of all time. Number 2, it's still got the old characters, Brody, and that's not too bad. The 3D one, we went to see it at the pictures, and we had the little glasses, and it was crap. And this, we didn't even bother with. We watched it. We got it out from Blockbuster, and glad we didn't pay the money. Because
Hang on, we've been joined.
Hey.
Nick, greetings from Elster. I got down for the bid. Mike needs a serious talking to.
Yeah, I'll fight you for it, Nick.
yeah. Anyway, let's get.
Yes, Warp Dog. That's
Yeah.
that's the French.
It sounds so much better in French, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I mean, at least that's the best thing about it. So, now this film, Martin Brody has died, so Ellen Brody takes up the mantle, and then they had a shark with revenge.
Yeah,
which is a load of old twaddle.
Well, in theory, Jaws 2 was a revenge movie.
Yeah, but this went beyond the ridiculous. I mean, they had a stellar cast. Michael Caine was in it.
Yeah.
And even he says it's crap, but it
I
paid the
heard he
bill.
said he bought a house. He bought a mansion from the money that he made from that film, and he was
That's
barely
what we said about it. It was the dialect was awful, and I'm sure Michael Caine added a little bit of ad lib in there just to brighten it up. It is a dirge, and they should have never. This should never have even been made. I mean, Ellen Brody. I mean, they killed off the son, and she got all too emotional and was going revenge, and it's just abysmal. It's one. I don't know who gave the green. Who thought this was going to be a good idea?
No contest.
Well, too many, because you've got
there's
three-headed.
at least 4, Andy.
Yeah, there's at least 4, and then you've got all the spin-offs. You know, the three-headed shark and
the Meg.
Shark and
The
Meg.
Sharknado is a good film.
Yeah, that's it. Sharknado. That's
Sharknado, yeah.
I mean, I've got Jaws, and to be quite honest, the only one I need to watch. Yeah, Terry, you're right.
I agree with you. I think, quite honestly, Jaws is a film that doesn't need a sequel.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's got the greatest lines in
movies. It's all done, isn't it, in number 1. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got some of the greatest lines in. I think we're going to need a bigger boat. And my other favourite line is when was it Richard Dreyfuss character says to the mayor, "You won't close this beach unless the shark comes up on this beach and bites your ass." I mean, I just love that line. It's just absolutely top drawer. But the rest of it went downhill every time.
I wonder what the first American sequel movie was, because it started in the early 70s, right? Sequels. In fact, when the first one came out, I was like, why do we need this? Maybe it was The Godfather, but it was one of them was the first. And then it took a while for it to catch on.
That's all right.
So that I don't think I need to say too much more.
Oh, right. Believe it or not, 1916.
What?
In 1915, D.W. Griffiths did The Birth of a Nation. In 1916, what is generally considered the first feature-length movie sequel, directed by Thomas Dixon Jr., was The Fall of a Nation.
There's so many franchises and different movies that the sequel wasn't needed. It just ruins It just ruins everything. You know, there's been some great movies. The French Connection. Why did we need a French Connection too? We didn't.
Yeah.
Greece.
And then you get all the remakes.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I mean, there's a remake of The Italian Job. Didn't need that. There's only one Ocean's 11 film, and that was the one with Frank and the Rat Pack in. The others just don't need to be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but we need a modern version for the modern audience. No, you don't.
Just go and watch the original.
Yeah.
So that's my case for why this Boswell should just be sent to error 404 because it was not needed. No one asked for it. Bye as far as I'm concerned. The only good thing is Michael Caine got a villa out of it and fair play to the boat.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Dear. Now,
What's up?
this could be slightly controversial.
Oh yes, yes.
Because
This next one is my answer. To Mike Vinyl Spiral.
and it's not Mr. Bean, it's Rowan Atkinson. But I've chosen Mr. Bean as the picture.
Right.
You're really going to have to convince me on this one.
The room gets quiet.
Yeah, do your worst, Michael.
What?
Do your worst.
For me, I don't find Rowan Atkinson very funny. So everything that he does in terms of slapstick, it doesn't do a thing for me. So it's has Marvel is to Mike, Rowan Atkinson is to me. It is personal taste. Of all the British comics out there, he does the least for me. So when it comes down to a subject like this, I chose cinema. I chose the actor, Rowan Atkinson. Much like somebody says, pens that don't work, or people that call me on the telephone. That's what this show is all about.
Mm-hmm.
So I choose Rowan Atkinson, and that's as far as I'm going to take it, because for me, it's just a personal thing. I mean, there is nothing about his performances, his characters that he does that move me in any way. I don't find him funny. I find him. I can't think of another nationality counterpart to him. He leaves me flat.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Look.
And thoughts, gentlemen?
I don't like Mr. Bean. I've never seen anything funny about Mr. Bean.
That's why I chose it.
It's a stupid character. It's beyond silliness.
Mm-hmm.
I love him in Blackadder. There's only one man that could play Edmund Blackadder, and that's Rowan. And he was good in The Thin Blue Line. Johnny English, it's not too bad. But Mr. Bean, I just... Oh, yes. Yes. And not 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock news.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I can understand why Michael does, and I really appreciate where Michael's coming from. I mean, there's certain American comedians. What's funny about them? It's like the Big Bang Theory. Everyone raved about it, and I thought,
this is it. Yeah, it's perspective of.
Yeah, and I couldn't stand Friends. I thought that was a sanctimonious load of drivel.
But that wasn't cinema. I would have paid if Flip could get cinema. I probably would have picked that.
Yeah.
I
think
I'm going to.
I'm with Michael.
Comment.
I'm with Michael, quite honestly.
There is a comment, and I'm not going to show it yet. Don't want to bring it up.
You know, I mean, Rowan Atkinson, primarily a TV star, a TV comedian. You know, not the 9 o'clock news, which was, you know, funny in its day. You know, some great sketches, but even I find sort of with Blackadder, Rowan Atkinson can sometimes be the weakest link, I think, in those sitcoms. You know, the other characters tend to be funnier. You know, of the regulars. You know, I mean, Baldrick is, you know, absolutely brilliant as a character, and you know, Tony Robinson does him brilliantly. You know, Stephen Fry, you know, as the as the posh one, you know, wherever. And then, of course, you get the cameos, don't you, of Rick Mail, you know, throughout the series, who steals the whole show. Mr. Bean, I actually hate Mr. Bean. I hate this kind of like, it harks back to 50s French cinema, people like Jacques Tati.
Yeah,
where you don't get dialogue, you know, and even further back, you know, to the days of silent film, and you know, he's no Buster Keaton, this guy, and he's just irritating. And I was contemplating, but in any film that Richard Curtis is associated with in Room 101, because Richard Curtis sort of has this thing, and it's a kind of image of particularly of London, as London being populated exclusively by posh white people, and it's a complete sort of travesty of the sort of reality of the situation. And you know, this gentleman is you know, one of the stars in many of Curtis's sort of films. So I mean, I would, you know, I would say I probably made the weakest argument here with the films. You know, I'm yeah. You argued it well, you know, Michael, even though briefly, you know, because he's not that funny. Anyway,
Ian,
Cinema's tough as a topic. Cinema's tough.
yeah. I mean, Mike's right. He's a TV actor and that, but Mr. Bean films. Okay, I mean, in Johnny English, I think the best character in that is his assistant Boff. Boff is brilliant. He plays his bumbling. He's bumbling, but he actually clears up his mess. But you know, the Mr. Bean, I don't think. I mean, like you mentioned about Buster Keaton. Must be the only person that never found Charlie Chaplin funny. I can't see what. It was just a bloke with a moustache and with a
funny walk in the cane. Yeah.
Yeah. Buster Keaton was far funnier. So was Harold Lloyd of The Silent, and of course Laurel and Hardy. Chaplin just didn't do it for me. So that, you know, I think it's perspective, but I can understand where Michael's coming from.
Right. The comment I didn't want to show because it might have influenced the argument is this one. Saved by Blackadder, especially the last episode, where they, because it was one of the most poignant things that I've seen.
Yeah.
Given the subject matter that they were dealing with, and the pass me a pair of underpants and 2 pendles, you know, shove them up the nose.
What do you say, flib or someone else? Flib.
Yeah.
Yes, the other actors stole the show. Blackadder was on screen too much, too often, with all his scheming to get out of it. Actually, for me, this is a rather easy one, but just so you are aware, this was Nick's choice: immersive cinema.
That's a good one. That's a very good one.
Yes. Well done, Nick. Yeah.
That would have made a good presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been. I mean, I've been to immersive cinema. I did like Shrek when I was in America, and it'd be like a scene, and you get cobwebs coming in your face. I thought 3 or 4 minutes of that is awful. And I know I've spoken to Nick at length. He went to see Jaws like this, and he said it just ruined the film.
Well, he came out smelling the fish, did he?
Yeah. But
No, but it's all this,
juggling and all that nonsense. It makes you feel sick. And I know a lot of people have been to see films like that, and they've all said the same.
Yeah. So that is not. Unfortunately, it's Nick can't argue the point. So, but I thought you should see.
It would have been a good one.
It would
have been a good one. I think that would have been a hard one to.
It would have gone in. What? So, in the gallery, let's just remind you, we have the Marvel and DC universe.
Yes.
Ian with Jaws 4.
Yes.
And Michael with Rowan Atkinson in general. Specifically being. So, in gallery, what do you think?
While you're doing that, wait a minute. I'm doing a Godfrey.
Oh, right. Oh, yes. Please, Captain Madigan. Yes. So, no response so far. Rob's a bit behind. Ian, Jaws' favourite shark movie of all time is high praise.
Yeah. Overly stew for you.
Oh, Pulsar goes either Jaws 4 or Rowan. Oh, Charles, Jaws 4 at one point was in IMDb's bottom 100 films ever.
Wow. Well,
That's quite an achievement.
Yeah.
That point for you.
Yeah. You've got a difficult choice here, Dave. It's
I do. So
yeah.
Ian, I'm going to show you these again because you were out whenever they popped up. So Pulsar reckons either Jaws 4 or Rowan Atkinson. Charles came up that Jaws 4 at one point was in IMDb's bottom 100 films ever.
Yeah, rightly so.
Yeah. Terry reckons the Jaws sequels, more than one, but purely on the fact that he's TV rather than film. TV, he was good. Movies, bloody awful. I'm going to put Rowan Atkinson in Error 404.
Wow. Hey, well done, Michael. Well done.
Oh!
Bye.
Excellent.
What a relief. The world is lighter.
Oh, that was a bit of fun. That was definitely
Yes. I haven't broke me duck yet. You two are off, got something, and I've got nothing yet. This is.
Well, we've only had 2 go. Somebody had to be on 0.
Yes. Yeah. And oh well. I'm going to show you Nick's first.
Okay.
I bet I know. It's one of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. It was either going to be Devo or it was going to be Captain Beefheart, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Those are the 2 nominations that he put in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not good. We can't have that one, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
remove that from there. So now we're starting with Ian.
Okay.
So, oh dear. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to show this.
Come on,
But Ian, would you tell us why?
Who is that?
This is an Irish brother, 2 Irish brothers, and they go under the name of twins called Jedward. Now,
Okay.
they do not serve any purpose on this planet. I mean, come on, they've got really cool jackets on, and look at their friggin' hair.
I bet their mum loves them.
Yeah, I bet
Sure.
To clarify, they are John and Edward Grimes, hence Jedward.
These are just a pair of idiots who try and stay relevant. I mean, they're even in their 30s and they've still got idiotic hairdos. They haven't grown up. They can't sing, they can't act, they can't dance, but Louis Walsh thought they were good.
Yeah.
But these two, I mean, every time when they were every time there was something on telly, these two nincompoops would turn up. Sporting events, of course, top of the pops. I mean, they should be done under the trade's description. They're not entertainment.
Oh, the gallery's having a field day for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I can stomach the Spice Girls. I can stomach Adele and Coldplay, but these two idiots, no, they don't serve no purpose. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if you put in the dictionary, it should say Jedward in the description, C-U-N-T. That's how bad they are. They're just useless. I'm sure they're nice people outside. Guess who their best mate is? Guess who their best friend is?
No.
Go on, Ian, you can tell them.
Oh, I can't even think. Oh, it's that Gemma Collins.
Yep.
And they spent Christmas together.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
Oh, Andy.
You see, unlike the parrot, if you put 3,000 volts, that wouldn't run. But look at their hair. I mean, who in their right frigging mind has hair like that and thinks they look good? Who's their manager? He should be. I think them two, along with their manager and Louis Walsh, should be thrown in Route Error 404 just for the sheer hell of it. Because without them, four people, I just think there's my case for these two nincompoops.
Yeah.
Any naysayers?
I've got, I think someone ought to sort of speak up for them a little bit, really.
Okay.
I mean, they come from that side of the entertainment industry that doesn't really value talent. It values sort of like spectacle and novelty. It's a sort of they're kind of like a throwaway act, except they managed to sort of hang on for so long. And didn't they represent Ireland in the Eurovision Song Contest?
To my eternal shame, yes.
So from that point of view, they spared us another Johnny Logan song. And for that they should be congratulated. But other than that, I don't think I've got a good word to say for them.
I don't know anything about them. They look kind of cute. I think they're basically trashing a couple of manufactured pop acts, and I'll just have to take his word for it.
Yeah, they're the sort of people, if someone said, go around with a turd on your head, they would.
Oh, they take orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terry, I would add Simon Cowell to that.
The thing is, these people encourage them.
Yeah, because they make money out of them.
And they're too thick to realise that they're being taken advantage of. Anyway, I'm going to shut up.
Okay.
So, Michael.
Right.
Oh, this is going to get somebody's back up.
This is going to get somebody's back up, I'm sure. Can you imagine me going on to Patrick's live stream? Okay. PB Thoughts live stream and delivering what I'm about to deliver. I'm really shocked that San Francisco produced this type of music. I can't stand I cannot believe every time people talk about this group with awe and respect and love, I'm nonplussed. They do nothing for me. And partly it has to do with the this guy, second from the left, with James, his singing voice. I mean, he's got his range is he just screams, and it's just metal drivel. And no, I mean, yeah, I've had a couple of hits and a couple of catchy tunes, and but I pay them no mind. I mean, Metallica is a group that if I never heard from them again, I'd be fine. I mean, I think the world could be a better place without Metallica. And there's so many to choose from. I just chose them. Okay, so as a homage to Mike, I could have done heavy metal tonight, right? As Mike did Marvel in DC, Michael from Japan could have done heavy metal, but that I don't think I could defend that as well as I could defend this one, Metallica. Can't stand them. I can't give you much of a reason. It's a personal thing, much like Rowan Atkinson. Mm-hmm. They don't do a thing for me. So if Metallica went to Error 404, I'd be really happy. And that's my case.
Any thoughts?
Well, that picture is a very, very early picture of them. And the guy standing next to on the, as I look at it, to James's left.
From left to right. 1, 2,
It's
3.
a chap called Dave Mustaine, right? And he got kicked out of Metallica. So he said, I'm going to form a band bigger and better than Metallica. And he formed Megadeth. And guess what? If it's between Metallica and Megadeth are a better band. It's all in the thrashy sort of thing. But I mean, Lars Ulrich is the worst drummer in the world. I don't like him as a drummer. I mean, Cliff Burton was a fantastic bass player. I don't mind them. I like listening to their songs, but I wouldn't say that they were the be-all and end-all. And they're in that what they call the Big Four. But I wouldn't put them at number one of the Big Four. I'd always put Megadeth because Dave Mustaine's got more technical skills. And the band Megadeth did. They're just and they do. Yeah, Master of the Puppets is good. But I sort of half agree. I mean, I love metal, as you know, but Metallica have never been my favourite band.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're not really my thing anyway. Metal bands in general. So, I'd be quite happy for them to go in there. Didn't they do a cover of the Anti-Nowhere League? So what?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I thought it was them. Well, they should definitely go in because it's dreadful.
It's not. And then they did a version of Whiskey in the Jar, which is...
Oh, dear.
The only cover song they've done that's been good, and that's Am I Evil, the Diamond Head. But it's not as good as Diamond Head's. Kurt Hammer is no Brian Tatler.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I don't cheer him, nothing else matters.
Yeah, they were one of them. But I mean, they lost their spark when Cliff Burton got tragically killed. I think if he'd have stayed, the change of music, I think he would have been better. But they're sort of they should just pack up now. I don't think they're as good as they were for a couple of years. They had their 5 minutes of fame, and they've just sort of on downward spiral. I mean, if you put them in, I wouldn't cry over it. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm. You see, I
Yes.
there's one Metallica song I like. Sandman.
Yeah.
The rest, I'm iffy butty. Oh crikey. Oh well. So now we come to Mike's choice.
Is it my turn? I might struggle with it, Tom.
I'm excited.
And this is going to put somebody's back up because Mike's going to tell us why Marillion should be in error 404.
Yep.
Who is that, Mike? Who is that?
Marillion.
That's Marillion.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
That is with Mick Pointer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who any of these goons are other than Fish.
The one in the middle. Yeah.
So I can tell you that's Peter Vallis, Mark Kelly, Fish, Steve Rothery, and
now. Yeah, Garth. Yeah. There was another band that I was thinking of putting in there, and it was a toss up between these guys and a sort of jumped up long haired pop band from New York who think they're punks, but but I thought no, I go on about them enough anyway. But anyway, it's Marillion. Now, there's something about Marillion that everybody says that they're nothing but Genesis clones, and there's an awful lot, there's an awful lot of truth in that. But I mean, the band's first album, that was it, Script for a Jester's Tear, 1983. And by 1983, Genesis had ceased to be relevant or credible as a prog rock band by quite some years. But it didn't stop Marillion from sort of trying to sort of steal their sort of style. I think they're kind of described as neo-prog, but they're very regressive. They're regenesis. That's what they should have been called. But coming on, I'll mention the name to start with. They're called Marillion, but they started off. They were called Silmarillion, after the J.R.R. Tolkien novel, and I think they were scared of having their asses sued by Tolkien's estate, so they shortened the name to Marillion. So, their sort of introduction into the world, sort of the public consciousness was really the single that was from the first album, Kaylee. And you just listen to Kaylee and you think, God, this sounds like Genesis, only not as good. And it's and it sort of carries on like this. And there's Fish, he's a big lad, and he decided that if stage makeup is good enough for Peter Gabriel, then it's good enough for me. And he just couldn't really carry it off, but it seemed obvious to me that it was a whole sort of like, Peter Gabriel sort of tribute, or the makeup, and then the song that I think even Ian hates this, it's Lavender.
Oh God!
Right now, again, what happened, I think, is that Fish had definitely heard Genesis's musical box, And of course, in the musical box, there's a point where Peter Gabriel recites the children's nursery rhyme, Old King Cole.
Yeah.
And it's done for a purpose. It carries a narrative. But with this, you know, it seems that Fish decided, hey, that's the way to go. Get a bit of nursery rhyme into your song, because that's what Genesis would do. So he puts Lavender's Blue in there, you know, dilly dilly, you know. But it doesn't have a purpose. It's just there. And it's just there because it probably saved him the trouble of actually writing some original lyrics. And I just find the whole thing that they were, you know, they were born too late, these guys. You know, a good 10 years. You know, if they were formed in 1973, they'd still, you know, they would kind of be on the back end of the sort of first kind of wave of British prog. But no, 1983, the first album, and I just don't see the point of these guys. I think they're derivative and totally pointless. You know, if you want to listen to Genesis, go and listen to Genesis. And that's all I have to say.
I'd like to just say one thing. And I'm just, as Mike was giving his presentation, all I could think about was that Dave had to sit with this information all week. And Ian had no, and if Dave was true to the rules, Ian had no idea.
No, I didn't.
This wouldn't be happening. And I'm just, wow.
Now, there was a parody back in the day, the new Marillion song, Supper's Nearly Ready.
Yes.
Yeah, they do sound like a bit like Genesis. And I suppose because I wasn't around at the birth of Genesis.
Yes. You had yours. They were your Genesis.
This was my Genesis moment. And that's why I love them, because I was there at the beginning when it all started for them, you know, and they are very dear to my heart. But I can understand where you're coming from, Mike, because you were there when Genesis started.
Yeah.
I totally get that, and I always get that. But, you know, for me personally, I wasn't there. I was 5 years old when that all started, so I had no idea. But I was of an impressionable age when I first heard Market Square Heroes in 1982 on the Friday Rock Show, and I loved it. And you know, and I mean, I've met half of them, so they're such a, you know, to me they're very special. But if people don't like them, I've always had stick about being a Marillion fan, so it's what's off and I get it every time I put something up on it, so I'm not surprised. But
it's nothing. You know, it's nothing personal. You know,
it isn't. It's you know, we all like the same thing.
I think they're. You know, what was the point of doing this at you know, at this time? And you said about, you know, a parody would be Supper's Nearly Ready. I think a more appropriate parody would be Your Supper's in the Oven, and it's been there for 5 years. And
you know, if I ever were to go bear hunting, I would bring Mike with me, because Mike always comes loaded for bear.
I do.
Right, let's have a look here. On Curtis, great guitarist, but deserves better. That's on Metallica. Right, we come to Mike's choices. Pulsar reckoned you were going to do the Ramones.
Almost.
Andy, 100% agree, Mike. Utterly appalling ruin 1984 for me. Charles, on the other hand, debut album script is bona fide masterpiece. And Andy, that photo, Fish has been cutting his own fridge again.
I wouldn't be surprised. If it was.
Oh dear.
Wow, tough job, Dave.
This is a tough one.
Didn't want to be it.
My pure reaction, purely on embarrassment, would be to put Jedward in. God help me. Oh, crikey. I mean, Metallica, yes, they've got a name. I can side with Mike because I'm Genesis first. I never really got into Marillion. Oh.
King Solomon.
They've never been musically relevant. They've always been an embarrassment as far as I'm concerned. Jedward are going in. So
A wise choice. A wise choice.
Poor
It's-
lad. They never harmed anybody.
no, but the hairdo and the fact that they've moved to London, they're living in Belsize Park somewhere. They're friends with Gemma Collins, and they can wander down the high street, but they hate the tourists. They love escaping to Essex to be with their friend Gemma Collins and her menagerie of 2 cats, 2 dogs, and a chicken. And they celebrated Christmas at Gemma's.
Oh, how nice. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
So Jedward, I'm sorry. No. Bye-bye.
Bye, boys. Take Louis Walsh with you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
And
Yeah.
Gemma Collins. Bye.
And Simon Cowell.
Adios.
Right. Let's get rid of that.
One also, whoever wins this wins the competition.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh dear. Right. Let's lift that off there. Right. Now, Andy, both of them. Oh yes.
Both of them gone.
Terry said he loved Misplaced Childhood and Clutching at Straws, but anything post these two do nothing for me.
Right.
Unfortunately for Pulsar, Marillion revitalised his love of prog.
Oh
in
dear.
83.
Sorry, Pulsar. Sorry.
Sorry, Pulsar.
Didn't do it for me.
Okay. Okay, so we come now to round 4, which is food and drink. Now,
Interesting. Food.
I know what Mike and Michael and Ian have, but you don't know what Nick suggested.
Yeah, come on. What did
And-
Nick put up?
Yeah.
And Nick Nick had a general category of poncing around about food. So, this is poncing about food, grating a cinnamon stick into a salad dressing because we're out of normal ground cinnamon. Fallen madly in love with the Waitrose ground cinnamon. Wouldn't think it would be different. It totally is. What? Which Ocado doesn't stop. What? It's being pretentious about food. I would have loved to have heard Nick's arguments on poncing about food.
Yes, so, I mean, I'm a foodie, but he's right though. There are some pretentious, all this raspberry jus and it's a red sauce. Shut up.
Yeah. But what a great sentence there. This morning I found myself creating a cinnamon stick into a salad dressing.
Yeah, most people would just get a bit of ground cinnamon,
No, but they were out of normal ground cinnamon, so she had to get up. She probably has a microplaner. I have to admit, I have one. I have one of those. Oh, Andy.
Oh, nice one, Andy.
Oh, nice one. Nice one. Right, let's remove that. Okay, so Nick would have gone first. So now it's Michael.
Okay.
Now I have to explain that Michael, whenever he nominated stuff. Michael actually nominated 4 items in each category. We got it down. And I suggested that he pick one of 2 items. In an after show chat, we had already heard about one of the items. Michael had mentioned it because his wife likes it. But Michael decided that he wanted to put this item.
Yes.
Nankatsu.
Nankatsu.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh,
Japanese are a very efficient people, and when it comes to any food, whether it's chicken or fish, they tend to find ways to use every aspect of that food group without any waste because of the efficiency of the country. There is a food style here. It's called yakitori, which literally means grilled chicken. It's quite delicious. It is one of the easiest to enjoy foods in Japan. I mean, it's not as well known as sushi. And yakitori is simply a wooden skewer, like a long toothpick, with pieces of chicken stuck onto it, like a totem pole. So 4 pieces. Either salted or dipped in a sweet sauce and grilled against a flame. So it's barbecue. It's very simple. You have chicken breast, you have chicken leg, you have chicken liver. Nankatsu is chicken cartilage.
Oh, no. Oh.
Cartilage, as you well know, is next to the bone. They don't see chicken bones on the skewer because you'd break your teeth. Instead, in their wise and efficient way of doing things, they put pieces of chicken cartilage on the skewer. It's tasteless, and it doesn't acquiesce to your molars as you jump down on it with incredible strength. It just
it might be as bad as eating an elastic band.
Exactly. It doesn't even become mulch. I don't get it, and I've never really pushed back. I remember the first time, because you can go any department store, you can take it home, and I'm always pointing it to my wife, and she's like, "No, you don't want that. You don't want that." And I brought one home one day, and I ate it, and I tried to eat it, and I knew why. It's inevitable.
Was you eating it 3 days later?
I have no idea. It probably just would just be the same. No change.
God.
So I nominate Nankatsu has my choice for Error 404.
Right. Bear with me just a moment because I'm going to put something. I want it in there. I want to save that. Right. Okay.
Oh no, I couldn't eat that. That'd be like, you'd be chewing it for days, and it
doesn't do anything. The lime is just like hopeful.
Yeah, it's like, it's chicken, but it's not meat, is it? It's like having a banana and eating the skin and throwing away the
eating the peel.
Yeah,
that's one way of putting it.
It equates to a measurement term for 12 dozen. Gross.
Yeah.
Andy recommends grated cinnamon with it.
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah. I mean, does the slice of lime make any difference, then, Michael?
I don't think so.
No, I'd imagine it would.
As I said earlier, you might as well eat a packet of elastic bands.
You know what they do is what the Japanese love to do is when a foreigner visits, they take them out to restaurants and watch them eat wild food. You know, their wild foods. I'm sure the nankatsu is always served to them. So you just watch.
Well, when I do come to Japan, Michael, don't you dare take me to a restaurant and have that.
No, you might get something else for breakfast.
Yeah.
And Michael knows what I'm talking about.
I've had some of that. What's it? I can't even remember what it's called, with the soybean curd.
Natto. Yeah,
That's it. Yeah, I quite liked it. Yeah, I quite liked it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
but it
natto.
is so. It's the texture, isn't it? It's the.
Yeah, I would try that. I would definitely try it.
It's the
I would
stickiness.
try it because that's the sort of person I am. But I certainly wouldn't have the chicken cartilage. Oh, God.
Okay. Oh, dear. I knew this was going to be fun. Oh, crikey. Okay, Mike. Oh, dear. I don't think you're going to win on this.
Yeah,
Because
I like a challenge.
Mike wants to put in gin.
Yeah. Well. First of all, I think your
always
graphic there. Your graphic there totally misrepresents the drink that I'm going to be talking about.
Yeah,
it's one of those. Right. Okay. So, you just have to sort of think a bit about the history of gin.
Okay.
So gin initially was originated from sort of monks sort of distilling wine, and in the 13th century, and it wasn't a drink, it was a medicine. It was described as medicine, a cure-all, and it was probably absolutely disgusting in the 13th century, but moving forward a bit, it sort of became popular in the 17th century, and particularly in Holland, in the Netherlands, and again distilled from wine with flavored with juniper berries, and juniper was used sort of in the sort of centuries previously, and it was thought to be something that could ward off the Black Death. It could ward off plague, and the sort of masks that sort of you see that people would wear, the plague masks with a big thing. There would be juniper berries in there, and supposedly it would sort of ward off the plague. I mean, obviously, it didn't work, but again, it's medicine. Gin is medicine. Then, it became popular in England in really the 18th century, and it came over from Holland. It was known as Geneva, and again, it was slightly different. It was distilled from barley by this time, and it's flavored with various things, juniper amongst them, anise and coriander, other things. But again, this is medicinal. This isn't drinking for pleasure. This is medicinal. This will cure your gout, and various other sort of complaints that you might have. And there was a gin craze in the 18th century. There was a gin craze in England, and the working classes were drinking gin that was made in all sorts of nefarious sort of establishments, and you get the bathtub gin. And William Hogarth did an engraving, Gin Lane, and it was a sort of basically an anti-drugs message. Do not under any circumstances start drinking gin, because it would do for you. And apparently gin was responsible for the fall in the birth rate and the population in general in England.
Mother's ruin.
In the 18th century, yeah, mother's ruin. Yeah, I mean that. You know, that was it. But you know, it would cause impotence. It would stop women from sort of conceiving, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Especially because some of it was flavored with turpentine.
I was just getting to that. It was flavored with turpentine.
Oh my goodness!
Turpentine that you used to clean your paintbrushes with. You know, and you drink this stuff. But now, you know, coming forward, you know, to the present day, you know, you get all this rubbish, you know, your gin cocktails, but not just the gin cocktails. You get, you know, you get bars that are devoted to gin, you know, with all different flavors.
Oh yeah.
And I just can't stand the stuff. I've never liked it. And, you know, and I can't understand when you can have a nice malt whiskey, you know, be it Scottish single malt or a lovely Irish malt, or even, you know, the Japanese do fine whiskies nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy.
I get it.
And part of the rise of gin in England was due to the sort of constant wars with France, and brandy wasn't available in England because of so they ended up, you know, people ended up, yeah, what's wrong with terps? Yeah, I prefer methylated spirits, actually, Andy, but you know, that's my tipple of choice. You know, in nice cold run, it's got to be in the fridge for a while. But yeah, but I just, you know, it's got a nefarious history as gin, and I just don't like the stuff. I never have done. I've never been able to understand why people would drink this out of choice.
And yet it's been a staple of the diplomatic corps and various receptions around the world. Your gin and tonic,
yeah,
or your pink gin,
yeah,
favoured by the Navy and whatnot. Yeah, but you're right. It does. It has a very nefarious history. I'm sorry. This was a bit of a piss take. This graphic. just for the giggles. But yeah, no, it was responsible for the gin craze.
But then again, you look at you look at that graphic, and that tells you everything you need to know. You need to put something in with the gin. Otherwise, it's completely unpalatable.
Oh yeah,
you couldn't have. If you walked into a bar and asked for a gin on the rocks, they'd probably look at you gone out.
Well, the thing is, if you have a pink gin, it is literally gin on the rocks with a dash of Angostura bitters.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, gin and tonic was supposed to, ward off malaria, wasn't it?
Yeah,
but
and
it was more the tonic, the quinine, that would be responsible for that.
That's all you taste, though, the quinine. I like a gin and tonic on a summer's day, but I wouldn't go in all for that. And I like some of the cocktails that have gin in, but it's an acquired taste, I think.
It is. I mean, much as Mike likes, he likes his whiskies, I can't. The only way I can have a whiskey is in something like a hot toddy or an Irish coffee or something like that. I can't drink whiskey neat.
See, I mean, given the choice between a glass of whiskey and a glass of gin, I'm always going to have my whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm not going to go to a glass of gin. I'm always going to go to a vodka.
Yeah.
There we have gin. Nankotsu versus gin.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, now. Oh dear. Mike had theorized that he might want to put in liver. And then Nick theorized that he might want to put in offal. But Ian got in before because Ian would like to put tripe.
Ooh.
Oh God!
image.
Right, this is childhood nightmares for me. One of my granddads loved this, and when my nan used to cook it, she would shut the door of the kitchen, and she would have fresh air spray on it. I tried it once, and I mean, for those that don't know, it's stomach lining, and it's vile.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I'll try anything. I've eaten frog's legs. I've eaten snails. I've eaten ostrich, alligator. You name it, I've tried it, and I don't mind it. But this, I'll eat offal. I've had brain. I've had liver, kidneys. I've eaten it all. I like it. But this stuff, it stinks as well.
I've had it once, and I'll never have it again.
I tried it and I gagged. That's how bad it's got. And then you think about what's been in the stomach. I know it's cleaned and that, but it smells horrible. It textures like an old
Sponge.
fan belt. It's like an old fan belt as well.
It does look like a fan belt. Yeah.
It's I think you've got more flavour if you actually went and ate a sponge from Superdrug or Boots and that. And you cook it in milk and onions, and it just I mean, I know it was a staple during the war because it was cheap, but yeah, I think this is something you don't see on the menus anymore because after my sort of grandparents' generation died, no one wanted to touch the stuff.
You'll find it in Europe.
Well, that says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You see, I've been talking of Europe. I've had a horse steak, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
A lot of us have had horse, but didn't know about it.
But for God, what? I know it's. I mean, the Japanese would love this, wouldn't they, Michael? Because it's used in every.
Well, the thing is that organs have gotten really popular here because they're cheaper. So at the yakitori places, they're specialized in organs. So hearts, kidney,
heart, kidneys, and one.
I love a steak and kidney pie.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's very big here.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well done, Darren. I
Very
like
good, very good.
This stuff is just
yeah,
vile. I mean, I've smelt some real. I mean, I've smelt like the African game meat, and that's got a horrible smell. But you could sniff this out. Oh God! When I used to walk in the house, my nan used to shout, "Hold your nose!"
Yeah.
I mean, the granddad's tripe. And he says,
it's horrible,
it's a
isn't
good name as well.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, I wasn't exposed to tripe.
No.
Until I was a teenager, or in my early 20s, because my wife's grandparents lived with her mum, and I can remember sort of Caroline's grandma in the kitchen, with the tripe in the pan with the milk and the onions. And yeah, it just smells disgusting, doesn't it? And
it smells like food.
I've never ever tasted it. It's just it's the texture, it's the smell, and you think there's no way I could ever contemplate, putting this in my mouth. That is. Oh.
Yeah, I think the first time I tried it, I would have been about 12. And I took a bit of my granddad's, and it's the first time I've swore in front of my granddad. And I just went to him, that's effing awful. And he just laughed.
Yeah. Steak kidney pie and a skewer. Yeah, that'd be good.
Then a bit of tripod. You see, you could do a little mixed kebab with it, with the cartilage and tripe. The Japanese would love it, wouldn't they, Michael?
Absolutely love it. Dave's got a tough job.
Yeah.
He has got a tough job.
I do on this because I've never eaten it, but I've smelt it.
Right.
I don't ever want to be anywhere near surströmming ever again. I'm surprised nobody thought about surströmming. That's the lightly salted fermented herring that comes from Sweden.
Oh,
That's the one that's banned on airlines. You're not allowed to bring it on an aircraft in case the container, because it's pressurized and the container bursts. It's foul, absolutely foul. So anyway, that's not on the menu. Thank God.
Yeah. So what did Nick go for?
It was pouncing around about food. Oops.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I don't think it would win, given the candidates that we've had.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you remember the television program? I think it was in the early 90s called Food and Drink.
Yeah,
Jilly Golden.
Yeah,
and it was and a guy called Oz Clark, was that?
Oz Clark, yeah.
And they were just so pretentious.
Yeah,
they would get all sorts of flavours, wouldn't they?
I smell someone having a crap in the toilet.
They'd sniff the wine, and I'm getting old socks here, underpants, and it was such a pretentious program.
It was.
Yeah,
it's a bit like the old UK MasterChef with Lloyd Grossman. That was such a pretentious program.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say something. Ours are all good, but I think Nick actually deserves an honorary 404, to be quite honest, because he's right. I mean, I'm a foodie, Dave's a foodie, but even we don't like pretentious foods.
Mm-hmm. We've eaten in not a Michelin starred, but a Michelin plate restaurant, and yes, it was pretentious. I'm talking about Le Rascassian.
Yeah.
So
if you're watching, Nick, I'm rooting for you because I think pretentious food.
I'd be inclined to agree, because I'm just thinking of all the pretentious foodie sort of television programs that have been on.
Oh, not just TV, TikTok, Instagram. They're all over the place.
But it's like when we used to buy newspapers on a Sunday, and then you get the colour supplement, and you'd always have some sort of wanky sort of recipe in there, and it was always ingredients that you'd probably be really hard pushed to go and find anyway.
Yeah, you'd have to go down to London and look.
And the other thing is where you get perfectly sort of serviceable, sort of like traditional dish, and it might be like a steak kidney pie, or it might be fish and chips, and then some sort of celebrity chef goes and messes it all up by sort of changing the ingredients and putting stuff in there that doesn't belong in there.
Yes, that Hopentown Blontenfeld, what his bloody name is. I mean, I think he's
Blumenthal.
an absolute pompous idiot. He really is.
I mean, I think he's just taking the piss. He's just having a laugh at us all. And it's sort of like, it's almost as if they sort of like, they're writing the recipe and they go, oh, I wonder how many idiots will actually follow this recipe and actually.
And it's like served with a garlic foam. Who eats foam, for God's sake?
Yeah. And nowadays, it's you have your dessert with creme anglaise, where it's custard when I was a lad.
Yeah, it's just called custard.
It's
Yeah.
still
And
is,
everything's a jus, isn't it? It's not a sauce now; it's a jus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
A reduced red currant jus. Yeah, it's just a red
Yeah.
currant sauce.
Yeah, except not very much of it.
No, yeah, it's just,
Yeah. Yeah, it comes in a thimble. Here you go. That's all you're getting. By the
Yeah.
way, that's an extra tenner.
or baby carrots, and they're about that big. You know, that's pretend.
Yeah, with the tops on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Come on then, Dave.
Much as Michael, do you have any dissenting voice on what your fellow panelists have said?
No dissenting voice.
No dissenting voice.
No.
Oh well, in that case, I have to find that. Open that. Boom, 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 boom. And guess what, Nick? You are tonight's lucky winner.
I think that's
Something about
So well done, Nick. I'm sure if you're not
Well done.
watching, I'm sure he'll be watching this. So I think that
right. Hang on. Wizard and chips.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
a comic, Michael.
Yeah. Pulsar remembers his grandmother making trot, wouldn't go anywhere near it, but the chicken cartilage sounds even worse. Terry, fried bread is now called toast. What a load of rubbish. That's the epitome of being pretentious about food. That's perfect.
that has been a lot of fun, and I think everyone has enjoyed this, and
Hopefully.
I think we'll do this at Christmas. So make sure that Nick comes up, because I think Nick would have. We know what Nick's like.
Yeah.
Nick would have been champion at it.
So we've been going for 2 hours and 37 minutes. So I think it's
Right,
time
before you do that,
Oh,
it's Easter.
yeah.
Do you know what?
Oh.
The whole bloody lot can go in room 404. All your nominations.
Ah,
Hey.
Oh,
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Here we go.
Right.
Oh.
Close, please. Thank you. Come on, close. Thank you. Bye-bye. There we go. Right.
okay.
It's
well,
Easter. Happy Easter, everybody.
So we better make a thumbnail and call it a day.
yeah.
Oh, yes. Now, bring out your favorite food, band, artist.
No,
whatever.
albums out.
Yeah. Haven't got any Marillion albums, unfortunately. Well,
I've got this one today.
Yeah, they are. I bought this. Yeah.
Oh, dear. It has been an awful lot of fun. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Terry. We've really enjoyed doing this. I think we've all had a really good laugh, and we will.
Thanks, Terry.
We'll repeat it. We'll do it at Christmas, and we'll have it a Christmassy themed one. So a bit of a party going atmosphere. So thank you very much.
And I'll give you a fair warning in advance. You can't put fried Christmas pud. Can't go in.
No. So, firstly, I'll say thank you very much, Michael, for getting up at some unearthly hour. To do this.
Yeah.
But,
dedication, that is.
Yeah, it's dedication. So thank you. This has been a super night. Everyone have a great Easter and whatever you're doing.
Yep.
I'll be back on Tuesday, even though I'm going to take a break. So we'll see you all soon. And don't forget, if you're up in Leeds on the 11th of April in the area, please come and see. I'll be there. Mike will be there. Nick will be there. And a few others, I think, as well.
Yeah. At Leeds Market at the Record Fair, yeah.
Yeah, so come and see us. Come and say hello. And what pub will we in if you want to come and have a pint?
Duck and Drake.
Duck and Drake will be in the Duck and Drake. So even if you can't make the thing and you're in the area, come and have a pint with us. So thank you very much, and we'll see you all in a month's time.
Yeah.
Safe home,
See ya.
Nick. Happy
Bye-bye.
Easter, everybody. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.